the meeting to order in just a minute, and we'll have the pledge, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Then I'll let y'all sit down for the devotion, and then we'll continue on with the meeting. So if you would, please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
Good evening, everybody. Good to see y'all. Our devotional is entitled today, Devious Ways. And I want to see if you would agree with this statement. Life is not easy. Would y'all agree with that? As a general rule, life is not easy. Mankind has made life not what God had intended. We don't live in a perfect world. And ways that were meant to be straight have been turned into evil and devious ways, filled with obstacles and stones of all kind of difficulty. But there is something that we can do to help make life a little easier for us. And it comes out of Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. It says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them." Always claim that promise. And know that when 2 or more of my disciples meet, I'm always the third. Never, ever limit that promise. When you are gathered in my name, just 2, you're united by one bond in me, that is my spirit, and I am there with you. Not only when you meet and greet me, but any time that you think of me. So think what this means in the terms of power. It is again the lesson of the power that follows. 2 are united, and 2 create the power. Let us pray.
Our Father and God, we just thank you so much for this beautiful day. And Father, we just thank you that you're in control and that you have the power. Father, I pray that you would help us to remember that you're in control, even when things like what's happened in France or things that have happened here, Lord, happen. Lord, you're still in control. And I pray, Lord, that you'll just be with us this night. Help us, Lord, to make decisions that are pleasing to you and that are will honor you. And I pray, Father, that you'll just help our community and our county to grow and to be a blessing to others and to help others. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Again, thank y'all for coming. At this time, we're going to have some elected official and department heads. I'm going to start with Mr. Mark Sheffield, representing the Sheriff's Department. And Mr. Sheffield, if you'll come up. And you'll explain to us a little bit about the light systems, right?
Yes. We're trying to go with what I call a Fender Watch program to help monitor our sex offenders. They come to us back in August when we had the sex offender conference back in August, and they started talking with us, and we had some areas of need to help me monitor our sex offenders and our office. If you'll look on if you got a proposal in front of you, if you look on page 2 of the proposal, there were some 3 key objectives that we mentioned as the office to them. And then at the bottom, if you look below that paragraph, there's the 5 assessments that they came back after we identified the 3 critical steps to help us out what issues we was having with. And one of the main issues was we have a lot of sex offenders that move from county to county. In fact, I got one that moved from Pulaski last week that was in Dodge several years back in 08, 09 when I took over the registry, and moved back to Pulaski, and she done moved 3 or 4 times since I've been in the registry. Well, every time somebody comes in and moves, we have to send the state requires us to send all that packet back manually. We have to go to the fax machine, fax everything back and forth between counties. Pulaski's one of them, Telfair's one of them, Lawrence. We have, our surrounding counties, we have a lot of them that move back and forth. Another need we got in fact during our last audit cycle, which was back in 2012, when the GBI conducts an audit, we got rid of it for our website, which we're required by law to maintain a website. Well, we're still, to this day, having issues at times with a person or group that's handling our website. With this group here, I'll be in control of our website. With this, I type in the information sex offender, and it goes immediately. The time I hit submit, it goes right on our website. Right now, where I had to send the information on a new sex offender to email that other person, and then how fast they decided to get it, whether a week, 2 weeks, or even it had been even longer than a month, to update that information. Well, this program here, time they come in my office to register a sex offender, the only thing I got to do is type in their information, hit submit, it pops up on our website, just like that. And that was one of the crucial areas, especially where we got the GBI is conducting the sex offender audit again. Next year, 2016, they should start back with the audit process, and being that we got deemed the last audit on our website, that's one of the things they come back and look at you strong at. So that's one of the main reasons that we was going to go with them. Also, if you will look on page 4, excuse me. People where they don't have the community now, if you look down at the bottom of page 4 where it says email notification, right now if citizens want to submit a tip, they have to go through the GBI sex offender to submit a tip, and the GBI forwards it to me, and it depends on how fast they get to me once they submit to the GBI sex offender tip line, how fast they turn around and give it to me. Some days it's 24 hours, some days it's that same day. With this email notification, you can email directly to the sheriff's office, or we can send out emails. So if you got one that moved in your neighborhood, and if you're on our email list, the only thing I got to do is click that email and just say, if I got 4 or 5 in one area, the only thing I got to do is check their email, and I can send it out to their particular area. And that's one of the good things about this program. There's so many good things about it. And plus, they issue press releases, and on page 5, you'll see the public service announcements, and you'll see the press, the media coverage over on the top of it. They help us with news release, getting information out to the public through the news media, radio, TV, internet. They assist us, Facebook, they assist us through getting information out about the sex offender being released from prison, which right now we have no structured way of getting it out. And down at the bottom, like I say, they offer Halloween safety tips, especially trick-or-treaters. I know me and probation, we go around these houses, the fall festival, and go around and make sure our sex offenders are where they're supposed to be at during this fall festival and Halloween. Well, they provide the following safety flyers, part of that contract with this. Like I say, y'all can look through this, be more than happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Our attorney has mentioned some information too that I think it's required.
I do. Under Official Code of Georgia, annotated section 42-1-12, subsection I, Dodge County Sheriff's Department, and not just Dodge County, but every sheriff's department in the state of Georgia is required to maintain one of these lists. They have to maintain it both in electronic format and in printed format. And they have an obligation anytime somebody moves in within 72 hours to notify the GBI, but within 2 days to modify the local reporting requirements. I have looked at the contract and application for the law, and the contract does meet all the requirements of the law. And in fact, even says in the contract, they will continue to meet the standards required by the law, even if the law should change. This will keep our Dodge County Sheriff's Department in line and in the loop. And it's also, as far as the public is concerned, they will be able to go to the Dodge County Sheriff's Department, and there will be a portal to all of the information on here. And as Deputy Sheffield said,
If they apply for it, now you have to apply. This is not a blanket email for everybody in Dodge County. You have to apply to be put on the email standard, but if you are put on the email standard, anytime there is a change or update to the list, and also periodically, you will get a copy of an email. That might be important for parents, school system, a church, anything that has younger people involved with it. It's a very comprehensive program. I have a copy of the contract for you. Of course, as I have explained, it's within the sheriff's discretion to enter into the contract himself, but they want to keep y'all appraised. I think that's good of the sheriff to do that, to let y'all know as you go along too.
Mark, and it says on this contract that it's $1,250 a year?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that every year or just the first year?
Every year.
Every year, okay.
And they approached us, they approached me back years ago, back when I first started taking over sex offender register, back in '08, and even the following years. But they got it now where I think when they first come out, they was targeting your bigger areas like Fulton County. And way back several years ago, I know we looked at it, it's like a $3,000 cost per year. This was back in probably 2011, 2012. And I told them, I said, we can't, a small county can't do nothing. So they went back and revamped their format where you see, if you look on your map, a lot of your smaller counties are going to it or have went to it now. We're the only one as far as not went to them yet. But they went back as a company, made it more affordable for rural counties to afford it, where they didn't, say, 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody got a question for Mark before he sits down? Okay, thank you.
Thank
Mark, Council, do we need to do anything?
Actually, since this is the sheriff's responsibility, the sheriff can sign the contract. He
Okay.
just wanted y'all to know
Okay.
so that
Thank you.
there's good cooperation between the department and the county.
All right. We'll move then to Mr. Charles Williams is here, representing the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, Charles, thank you. You're a good boy. Hear what they say about you.
Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, I'm delighted to bring the October payment on the lease that we have on the spec building. We're still 1 month behind, but you told me to get after it, and I have been. They haven't run off yet, so must not be doing it too bad. And I wanted to mention to the group what I've mentioned with you this morning. We have a very close opportunity to add another opportunity for education to our little city, and I think we'll hear good news on that as soon as January. It has been recommended to the committee was here last Tuesday night, recommended to the president approved it and gave them permission to go forward to the Board of Trustees. There's an excellent chance that they will pass this in their first meeting in January, and at that time we have to have determined who the owners of this property are, and we have to have an MOU. They're actually going to send it to us, but they need to know to whom to send it. We're not sure about the ownership of the property that's involved, so you know what I'm talking about there. But anyway, that's where we are, and there are lots of other things. I can sit here and talk to you for 20 minutes about good stuff, but none of it is firm, so I'll wait until it is and we'll talk more about it. So, anybody got any questions?
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Sounds great. We appreciate it, and I thought the event with that college was great.
Well, did it?
It
Yeah.
went real well, and it was very informative for everyone there.
Thank you for participating, all of you did. Appreciate that.
Then we'll move down to the approval of the minutes. We have the November 2nd, 2015 regular meeting. Do we have any additions, corrections, deletions to those minutes?
Move to be approved.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none is unanimous. We'll move down to the old business. The first thing we have is the EMS ambulance purchase. And turn it over to Mr. Bott.
Okay, we talked about this before, and we've narrowed the possible ambulances down to 3. Each board member has a copy of the price on each one. And what we're recommending is the F450 XLT cab chassis with a 6.7 liter turbo diesel engine. for a total cost of $74,070.
Okay. Does anyone want to ask a question, or can I get a motion on the floor?
Now, this is just to take the box that we have off one of our older chassis and put it on a new chassis.
That's
right?
correct, yes, ma'am.
And it is if I'm reading this right, it's a F450.
So it's a very heavy duty chassis.
Is that correct? That's my understanding.
Yes, heavy duty truck.
And it's got a diesel, Duramax diesel engine. So that's the proposal.
No, it's not a Duramax, but
It's not, I'm sorry.
Ford turbo diesel.
Yeah,
Okay. Duramax is the
power
GM,
stroke,
isn't it?
that's right.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I read that somewhere.
I'll make a motion that we accept the county manager's proposal.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Have a second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Thank you. Okay, we'll move to the City of Eastman Building Inspector.
I looked over the information that the city furnished us regarding taking over the inspection of the city's buildings, and I think we can handle the job. We need to tend to some details on it before we come to a complete answer as to what we should do. But I just would recommend the county go forward with this proposal.
Okay, do we need to do anything as far as to vote in that direction, or just allow the county manager to move forward with it and bring a specific thing back to us?
As I understand it, all the details are not ironed out, is that right?
That's right.
Why don't we have it on the agenda for the next meeting until all those fine details are...
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir. Come on ahead, Mr. Johnson, on the city council.
If it's your pleasure, it would be my recommendation that you move to authorize your your county manager and your county attorney to get with our city manager and city attorney to hammer out the details and bring a document back to you that may be actionable. That's the direction that the city's motion took, and they're just awaiting that from your side.
Okay. All right, so this would be a motion that we allow the county manager and the county attorney to get with the city manager and city attorney to work out some details and bring it back to each board, governing board. So can I get a motion on that effect?
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any none is unanimous? Thank you. Do we have any other old business from the Board of Commissioners? Okay, we'll move to new business, approval of accounts payable. We'll take a minute and we'll look over there. If you have a question, I'll ask Mr. Bobby to answer it, and if it can't be answered right now, I'm sure it can be looked up, it can be called later in the week.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion, any questions? Okay, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Any none is unanimous. All right, this time we have Mr. John Battle. Mr. Battle, if you'll come up to the microphone, please.
Good evening. Good evening. Board of Commissioners and everyone is present. Before me, I have a memo was written October the 17th, 2014, reading to the commissioners and Chairman Dan Craney of Dodge County, who was elected by the peoples in each district to represent the peoples of Dodge County. And Ms. Karen Cheek, who represent District 4, who represent the district with the majority of minorities in it, which was drawn by the state that we might have a minority to sit on the board, who would bring our concerns before the body of this board. who have been coming to this board, I guess 13 years. I think we don't have no more concerns about all the citizens than ISIS have about the citizens in Paris. We don't have no compassion for other peoples. We always want to hide behind the word heritage. Heritage. I guess blacks don't have no heritage. Mexicans don't have no heritage. American Indians don't have any heritage. But we say that that flag represents the heritage of one war. But if you have gone to school and you have studied the history of this country and you take self out of the way as you do religion and do what God said do for all man, we wouldn't be here now. After all that happened in South Carolina, all of the happenings across these great United States, which is not great as it used to be because people's within the country is making it what it is today. We are blessed. As President Barack Obama said, we are cautious. But don't never forget that December the 7th, 1941, when our young men's supposed to have been on duty, ignored the signs from peoples who were bringing the news to the peoples. And Pearl Harbor was born. My point is, y'all represent all the peoples. 1861 to 1867, the war ended, this Confederate War. There's no living soldier that we can honor that served in the Confederate War. There's no living soldier, even my father, who fought in World War I, we can't honor. No living soldier. The last World War I soldier died in 2011. He was 110. Buckle. We just had Veteran Day. Veteran Day, if you know your history, we didn't honor any of those veterans that died in World War I. You can only honor the ones that are living. World War II until the present. But I know y'all sit there and look at me. Here you come again. But I guarantee you, if it was on the other foot, as the expression said, and there's gonna come a time when the dynamics gonna shift. It's just like drugs. It might not be in your front yard today. Be like Apostle Paul. But it's coming. When you don't have compassion for other people. October 17, 2004, we sent a certified letter to every member on this board. Even if you wasn't going to act or even have courage, there's a certain thing, principles, courtesy, would just write and say, no, we won't do it. But we're going to keep going before God. And we're going to keep praying. That's what he said do. And we're going to pray for each commissioner and each person. And we're going to ask God to take care of this issue. And he promised us, when you're wrong, y'all are all church people. Minister Cheeks, you know what thus said the word is. But no one had the audacity to write back or send back an answer. And what we are asked, we're going to do it legal. Because we're doing what the lawyer's telling us to do. I'm not here on my own. Never think that I'm here on my own. When the 2016 budget is being proposed for Dodge County, we will give y'all a proposal, and it will read to erect a monument right out there. If you're going to continue to let this be a public memorial or monument sign to money that we can erect one out there. We give you a budget. I'm going to propose it to put in the budget. We supply money to all the other non-profit organizations. But we have never came and asked for no money from the commission. But there's money embedded within the budget that's supposed to be given to non-profit organizations. You can look at me like you want. I know the history. I know the history. And in my closing also, the roads of Dodge County in bad shape. And we was concerned about our kids and education with roads and all are bad. We would do more. And how can the county sit within the semicircle of, within the circumference of a state and a county? How can it sit within the circumference of a circle and the county run this county's business when the flag should be the city business? You know, I done did a lot of checking in counties. Dodge County is a very odd county. The city should be handling that business. The county ain't got no business handling. They need a lawyer, he gonna look into it. Mr. Harris can go look into it. I can't figure it. And my proposal gonna come in the future. We don't need two separate bodies of local government. We need one. We can save some money. The city should be taking care of that business out there. The county is supposed to take care of everything outside the perimeter of the city limit. But I know all of y'all know about Pythagorean theory, transversals, and I know you know all of that. But you know, it looks bad on the county trying to grow. And if I send an assessment team to Dodge County to look for business to be established or implemented, ain't no way I come to Dodge County. We ain't got nothing to offer the young folk. Because the older ones, we're trying to hold on to things that died years ago. And it's gonna get worse. But y'all have voted it to take care. Y'all supposed to work with the city work with the Airport Authority Board, hospital boards, all of them. If I ask y'all one question, what could you show me the growth in Dodge County over the last 10 years? It's sad. And those of you in business, you know, in 1955, one of the greatest things that brought this country down was boycott. We don't need to be boycotted. We don't need to be filing federal suits because it's going to hurt the church. But I know y'all look at me, and I have them by. I get tired of listening to them and looking at them. You know, my dad always told me, if it's right, fix it. Then you won't have to listen to us. Because we're going to keep coming as long as God gives us life, health, and strength. And we just asked that in the 2016 budget, we would just like to have a monument, flag, and pole out here, and we would have a dedication. Since we all have heritage, we think we shouldn't lose our heritage. Over 200,000 men and women lost their life, minorities during the Confederate War. And about 80% of them didn't want to fight because they were fighting against themselves. They were made to fight because they were suppressed in slavery. And the South fought to retain slavery, and the North fought to deliver us. But that don't make no difference with y'all. Y'all got good jobs. Few blacks don't make no difference. We don't care. But we're going to continue to pray for y'all. God will answer prayer. We love you, but we're going to keep working on that property out there. And I can't stand here and say I hate you. If I did, Minister Cheek, I can't get in, can I? I have to love you. But some of the actions, I don't agree with them, but I love you as a Christian. And always remember, you sitting there, there's gonna come a time when somebody else will be sitting there, and you would think about what I should have done. Did I do right or did I do wrong? But did I represent the peoples? But we know nothing 100%, because if it would, we wouldn't have two choices. But we just asking y'all. Do what the law said do, but not Jordan. Do what the Constitution said do. Closing 159 counties, 158 only have county seats. 3 of 5 is the only one will not have enough courage, enough manhood, womanhood to pull the flag down in those counties. That's sad. That just shows you. How can Dodge County go forward when we can't work together with that? And companies know about it. They know about what's going on in Dodge County. But y'all can correct it. And I hope that we won't have to come again. And I'm speaking for the concerned citizens of Dodge County and corporation, concerned citizens of Unity, ministers of Alliance, and the NAACP, and all of God children who believe in right and wrong.
Okay, thank you. Any other new business from the board? Okay, do we have any commissioner reports? Okay, I have need to appoint a committee. We asked Commissioner Terry Niblett and Commissioner Brian Watkins to work with the county manager on the budget for, as a budget committee. So would you all agree to that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Potter, we have you a committee to work with you on the budget.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to the county manager report.
I have a request from the Okmulgee Water Trail organization to, for the county commissioners to adopt a resolution supporting the Okmulgee Water Trail. Just a simple resolution supporting the water trail.
Okay, do we have any questions? Can I get a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous.
Also, we have a request from the Heart of Georgia Area Planning and Development Commission for an appointment to that board. Junior Howell and Raymond Mullis are both on the board representing the city and the county, but they have to have an individual who's a businessman as a third member. I'm serving it now, on it now, and I would serve again next year if the board sees fit, or you can appoint somebody else. It really doesn't matter to me.
Okay, what's the pleasure of the board then?
I move we reappoint Mr. Bobby.
Okay, have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, have 2 seconds there. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous.
I also have a request from Mr. James Atkins, who is the president of the Johnson Fire Department, asking for $4,500 of the 2013 SPLOST funds for the fire department down there to buy a 2003 Dodge quad cab truck.
Okay, and they have the funds available.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Can we get a motion from the board to approve?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous.
I also have a request of the Sheriff's Department for $7,500 to buy a 2009 Ford Crown Victoria. This money to come from the drug fund. The drug fund has sufficient funds to do that, and my understanding is all that money can be used for is drug-related purposes.
Okay. Heard the request. Can we get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. Anything else? Okay, do anyone on the board have a question for the county manager?
On the Okmulgee River Trail, were they also asking for people to be nominated to the board?
I believe he has. I didn't, I don't think that's in that resolution, but
It's not in the resolution. I'm thinking he had asked that.
I believe he did. He needed 2 people. He's serving and he needs 2 more.
Mr. Jimmy Jones was on there at one time. You,
Yeah, I had some conflicts and I'd rather not serve again if you want to replace me.
okay. I suggest that we table it at this time and have it on the agenda for next meeting.
Okay, would you make that in the form of a motion?
I'll make it.
Okay, have a motion on the floor to table that concerning appointments to the
Okmulgee River Trail.
River Trails. And can I get a second?
Second.
I have a second. There's no discussion on the motion to table, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous.
Now, as I understand that, we need two persons?
Two.
Okay.
One member and one substitute, is that what it is, or?
I have 2 voting members and 2 alternative members.
They got one alternative member.
So we need one of each.
You probably need, I'm not sure, I'll have to get back with you.
Okay. Okay. Could you let Mr. Terry know it before the next meeting, please?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. All right, anything else from the commissioners before I go to public comments? County attorney, anything? Okay. Start over here, anything?
I just wanted to mention that ecotourism is something that I have been vision setting for the city and the county. And when you take up that, back up that those appointments, I would love if you would consider me as a appointment, as a committee member. Thank you.
You realize it's not often we have people volunteer for something. I just want you to be aware of that. That doesn't happen a whole lot. Thank you. Yeah, next row. Back row. Over here. Okay, can we get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. We are considered adjourned. Thank you for coming.
You did a lot of job, I guess.